Y'all, the list of Diddy's crimes is getting longer and longer, and every time we think that it couldn't possibly get any worse, it does. Turns out that in addition to doing all those nasty and horrible things to women, he also disrespected the Chaka Khan and tried to put paws on her. Chaka's daughter revealed that Diddy got in her mom's face and came very close to jumping Chaka. Girl, it's the audacity for me. Diddy tried to deny the allegations as expected, but Chaka did not let this slide, and she went off on Diddy for trying to jump her and her son. Girl, Diddy needs to go into hiding because his secrets are finally coming to light, and it is not looking good for him. Okay, so if there is one thing that we have learned about Diddy in the past couple of months, it's that he has a serious problem with women. If he's not SAing them, he's putting paws on them, or he is trying to put paws on them, or talking about them in a derogatory manner. For someone who was raised alone by his mom, who was a single mom and has 4 daughters of his own, you'd think that he would treat women better, but nope, he is as bad as ever. I mean, he even tried to hit Kimora Lee Simmons when she was pregnant. According to news reports, there was a nasty cloudburst when Kimora said something to Combs and he threatened to hit her. Kimora confirmed that this really happened, saying, "And I was pregnant." The moron. We thought that we had heard the last of it, but the last 2 weeks have been horrible. It all started with a leaked video of Diddy hurting Cassie. One of Cassie's former makeup artist assistants even confirmed that the situation was worse than what we knew, adding that Diddy allegedly put paws on Cassie in public. They said, "Cassie definitely had a black eye for sure. Her lip was swollen. She had bruises on her body. She looked really bad. She was advised to go to the ER to rule out major head trauma, but she was too scared. She was just scared and deflated." It was really sad. At the end of the day, we don't go back and talk about that stuff. It's kind of like private, and I am not going to go back and ask her because of privacy. Since then, we have seen 2 more women file separate lawsuits where they claim that Diddy allegedly SA'd them. For those who haven't been keeping up with the tea, a 5th woman named Crystal McKinney accused Diddy of allegedly SAing her in 2003. And according to reports, she claims the rapper plied her with alcohol and possibly laced grass during the 2003 encounter, then brought her to a bathroom and forced her to her knees, demanding she suck it. Reports went on to say that McKinney alleged that when she refused to comply, Combs grabbed her head and forced her to perform oral action on him. She lost consciousness and awoke in a taxi to realize she'd been SA'd. Although it remains unclear whether she meant there was an additional SA beyond the oral encounter. Crystal claimed that she and Diddy met at a men's fashion week event at Cipriani. He invited her to his studio afterward. Once there, McKinney alleged they drank some expensive booze with friends and then began passing joints around the group. The grass was very powerful, so much so that she began to feel like she was floating and feared it had been laced with another substance. Combs then made her go to the bathroom where he forced himself on her, McKinney alleged in the suit. After the incident, McKinney claimed she was blackballed from modeling and became so depressed that she tried to herself in 2004. A 6th woman named April Lampros claimed that she had 4 terrifying intimate encounters from the mid-1990s to the early 2000s. She accused Diddy of battery, SA, negligent infliction of emotional distress, and gender-motivated violence. According to reports, the documents also contain claims that the plaintiff has suffered and continues to suffer harm, including physical injury, severe emotional distress, humiliation, anxiety, and other consequential damages for which she is entitled to an award of monetary damages and other relief. Allegedly, it happened when she was an intern at Arista Records, where Diddy also worked under Andre Harrell before going on to start his own label, Bad Boy Records. April also claimed that around a couple of years ago, Ms. Lampros was told that a video of her and Sean Combs had been recorded by him without her knowing. It said he showed it to multiple people. He was also violent toward his partners like Kim Porter, whose nose he broke during an argument. According to this article from 2005 about the event, saying Diddy Combs' girlfriend Kim Porter was left with a broken nose after the couple argued on Combs' yacht in St. Tropez. Combs flew in a specialist plastic surgeon from Geneva after the accident. Porter has since claimed that she hurt her face after she banged her nose on a table. Don't even get me started on Gene Deal's allegations that Diddy was often rude to his own mother and even tried to put paws on her when he got mad at her.
When the City College tragedy was going on and everything, and Diddy was on watch, you know, Kirk Burroughs was like, "Yo, man, I should have saw," he told me he should have saw this coming with Cassie and the way he treated women when he slapped his mother. And I was like, "He did what?" And Kirk Burroughs said, "Yeah, I just thought because of what he was going through with the, you know, the tragedy, it was like, I was stuck on stupid for a minute, but he was like, yeah, I thought that he would grow out of it, or it was just because all the shit he was going through when he slapped his own mother. I said, Kirk, let me tell you something. I said, Kirk, don't you remember when I told you when he cussed his mother out? And I think you was even that, Kirk, when we was getting in the limousine, he cussed his mother out. He told his mother to stay out of his mofo business. And I told him, man, you ever talk to your mother? You remember that situation? He said, yeah. I said, Kirk, why you didn't tell me then that he that he slapped his mother? Because if you'd have told me to slap his mother, I'd have beat out of him.
So if Diddy doesn't respect his mom, it's not all that surprising that he treats women badly. He eventually came out to apologize, talking about how he's a changed man, how he's disgusted by his past actions, and all that stuff that people say when they get caught in their bad actions.
My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy, and go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace.
He probably thought that this would calm everyone down and make us forget the things he did, but instead he sparked a whole different drama. Chaka Khan's daughter slammed him in the comments of that video, calling him out for being disrespectful to her mom and trying to put paws on her mom. She wrote, "I'm glad this is happening to you. You got in my mother's face and publicly disrespected her, yelling and screaming like a lunatic. When my little brother tried to get you out of my mother's face, your security jumped my 19-year-old brother. These may be your dark days, but I'm singing and dancing watching your demise. Isn't it great, Mom?" Disrespecting the Chaka Khan is some nasty business because she is a legend and honestly comes across as one of the sweetest people ever. So Diddy disrespecting her in public is just wild. As predicted, Diddy's team tried to deny this and claimed that Chaka's daughter was over-exaggerating the situation, claiming that Diddy and Chaka just had a mild disagreement. That's all. They tried to deny that he tried to put paws on Chaka and her daughter wasn't remembering correctly. But then Chaka came out to check Diddy for calling her daughter a liar, and she had a lot to say. She said that she has faced personal lessons and that violence and abuse can take many forms. She said, "In these troubling times, I'm reminded that the energies of violence and can take many forms, affecting individuals and communities worldwide. As someone who has faced personal lessons, I believe in the power of meditation, prayer, and inner peace to bring light and hope to our lives and the world around us." She continued, "We can address most issues, prevent negativity, and cultivate compassion by seeking self. Let us take responsibility for our actions, strive to be better, and support those who are hurting. May we find strength and grace and wisdom as human beings, walking towards a more loving and just world." Fans were furious over this, and they commented, "I had to read this twice. How in the heck do you get up in Chaka's face, attack her family, and live to tell about it?" Diddy's body language says the opposite of what he's saying in the video. His head in the beginning is shaking no to everything he says. Why apologize? I'd be more worried about going to jail. And Diddy the diddler himself really had the audacity to come for Chaka Khan and her family. But y'all let me know what y'all think about Chaka reading Diddy for filth like this, and then check out this next video.